Hello everyone and welcome to Lady Arcader's Attract Mode. It is another beautiful day for the Lady Arcaders, and I personally am so excited to be with you today. I've got my shark slippers on, I just had breakfast, and we have a super exciting run coming up for you. But before we get to that, I just want to remind you that Attract Mode happens some Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Used to be that we would just have Attract Modes on Thursday evenings, but the Lady Arcaders are growing so much that we are having Attract Mode on Sundays now as well. We are so excited and happy to have so many new members. If some of the new members are here with us today, just want to say welcome. We are so happy that you're with us. Okay, so our first game today, we've got two. We've got a double header for you today. Our first game is going to be Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, run by AliceAtWonderlandGames. What a cool name, by the way. I love that. I've had Go Ask Alice by Jefferson Airplane running through my head today. Hey, maybe we'll get some more White Rabbit puns today, right? In chat. I want to see those White Rabbit puns, actually, to support Alice. We're so excited for this game today. This is actually a remake of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger from 2002. This is the 2021 version, and I'm interested to see what changes they've made and what gameplay has been kept. That's all for me. I want to see what Alice is going to do. So without further ado, Alice, over to you.
Hello, thank you so much for that intro, Happy Bear. I'm super excited to be showing off this game. This was one of my childhood classics, so I'm really excited to show you all the remake of it and show all the glitchy, janky tech that's been kept throughout, because they kept a lot of the really glitchy stuff. Hello everybody. So timer is actually going to start on when I hit A to continue after the save successful. We are going to be doing any percent today, so we're going to be doing the fastest from start to finish. Any percent used to consist of doing all 3 hub worlds, so you'd get to see every level in this game, but about a year and a half ago, there was a very game-breaking type of movement tech / glitch found, where we only have to do 2 hub worlds now, and those hub worlds are super broken. So this game was really broken open in terms of actual speedrun tech just over a year ago, so I'm really excited to show off a lot of the really cool stuff. If y'all have seen Comma's run at GDQ, you might be familiar with a little bit of this, but I'm here to show any of y'all who haven't seen it or aren't familiar with the game, because it's really worth picking up. I am going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So sadly, we're not going to see any of the beautiful cutscenes in this game. I'm going to be skipping all of them. I'm actually going to be really careful not to skip this one too fast, because if I skip it too fast, it will actually place me way back in the center pedestal, so you actually lose time if you skip that cutscene too fast, which is weird for a speedrun. A lot of interesting tech is going to be done by the biting. If you see, the biting has a part where it lurches you forward and then end lag, and that's supposed to kind of even out the time, so it's not a very fast movement option, except for the fact of if you are going into something that doesn't require the end lag. So like for biting into cutscenes, portals, those kinds of things. This is cutscene skip the level. So we're going to see a lot of like little 1-frame flashes of cutscenes and then just me immediately skipping them. There's not a ton of interesting tech in 2-up because this is the tutorial level. These are the bilbies. When you collect 5 in a level, it gives you a Thunder Egg. Basically, what we're going to be trying to do for the first 2 hub worlds is getting the minimum amount and the fastest Thunder Eggs possible in order to get the boss levels unlocked for each of those 2 hub levels. So, bilbies are one of those. When you collect 5, it gives us a Thunder Egg. I'm going to be trying to run through as fast as possible and all of the other Thunder Eggs in this very quick level. A lot of this feels super normal. You're like, Alice, what kind of glitchy tech are you talking about? Don't worry. We're gonna get there. We do have one major skip for this level called 2-up skip, you're gonna see in a second. You can jump off the outhouse for the checkpoint there. Yes, outhouses are checkpoints. That actually skips a cutscene. And then we are going to have a very interesting 2-up skip here for a second. There is swimming in this game with the aqua rangs. We don't have those yet, so we're going to do a very janky kind of swim here, if I can get it. Might take me a couple attempts. But this level loops around on itself, and we can avoid the loop if we manage to shove ourselves underwater and get Ty's head stuck under this cave. So close. He's like real wedged in there. Come on. Work with me. There we go. There's 2-up skip. Swimming way before we're supposed to be able to. If you'll notice, for this section, those who know the game, I am actually supposed to have grabbed the second boomerang already. So I'm doing all of this with a single boomerang. Just because it's faster. We are going to grab that before we leave, because doing the entire game without double boomerangs would be not nearly as fun. This game also, because I'm running on the Switch, it has required a gyro aiming, which is always super fun. Everyone loves the required motion controls. I hope you enjoy how nice and chill-paced the game is for this single level, because it will only be this single level. Pick out these frills. The main enemy in this game, as a kid, taught me what a cassowary was, because the main enemy, our main antagonist is Boss Cass, who is a cassowary, with his minions of frill lizards, which is an interesting combination. That right there, if you want to get back to the beginning of a level as fast as possible, main menu and then reload is the fastest way to do so. What I'm actually going to do there is I'm going to main menu, and then go ahead and reload, and that will put me back towards the beginning, because the time trial of this level is actually one of the fastest Thunder Eggs we can get in this hub world, so we're going to go ahead and do this single time trial version. And throw some boomerangs, because, like, let's be honest, throwing boomerangs in this game just feels really good. Bite to finish. And there's 2-up. Skip another cutscene, and then we are going to grab the aqua rangs as fast as possible. Because the next level is a water level, the aqua rangs don't have a ton of really glitchy tech in this level, but I will be showing off some fun movement that really optimizes it, and then after we grab the aqua rangs from here, the game is very broken. Trigger this and skip it as fast as possible. And now we can swim. This game actually makes swimming feel pretty decent. Swimming is one of the fastest modes of transportation you can do. It uses the good old spam the B button to swim method. Gonna be collecting some more bilbies in this level. And returning all 8 lost seahorse children to this mother. Yay! There is a little bit of janky hitbox tech here. That's not so much me doing anything super special as the game just has a little bit of jank. It has a lot of really janky collision. If you notice throughout this run, a lot of the things are only possible because there's like overlapping planes that you can stand on for some reason. So that would be one of them. This is ship skip. Got it first try. There's a button on the inside of here, but the rangs, when they return to you, still have collision. So I can sit next to the button, throw the rangs, and then have them return to me through the wall and hit the button there. Gonna do a little more janky movement. Definitely intended, don't worry. The ledge grabs in this game actually take forever. They're like 2 seconds apiece. So I'm gonna do some weird stuff to avoid ledge grabbing there as much as possible. And then Ty also weighs way more when he's in the middle of a bite animation. I'm gonna retry that just to show it off. Didn't get it. Ty weighs way more when he's in the middle of a bite animation and you fall off a ledge. So there's just a little bit of time during the bite animation where you fall off a ledge at the same time and you sink like a rock. So whenever I'm trying to fall from really high heights, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to sink as fast as possible. Nice bit of required gyro aiming for you. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can get a fast dive here. Okay, dive. Now there are... There's 2 pieces of, like, infamous ground swimming tech that I will not be attempting because they're brutal, but I'll be doing all the rest of them. I will go ahead and start explaining how diving in this game works, so you'll be a little less confused when you see what ground swimming looks like. Ground swimming is the major tech that was found. Basically, what this game looks for when you're going to swim is when you dive to go underwater, it checks to see if there is water in front of you and water below you, and then it will initiate the dive animation, and then in order to put you actually in the swimming animation, you have to touch water. So, you can abuse that really heavily in some places where you can actually swim in very unintended places. That's kind of what we're looking for, is unintended dive locations, is the ground swim. Now this is a piece of tech everyone can do. If you just hold forward up this wall, this is a very normal and intended thing apparently. I'm not doing anything special there, I'm just holding forward. That works on every version as well, so go try your childhood game of Ty and watch how broken the physics is. Now, I am jumping up here for a reason. Because this is a slope, some of your momentum is dissipated as you're walking forward, so jumping is actually faster here. It conserves your momentum. There you are. Going to have these magic mushrooms teleport us back. And then we are going to pick up the remaining lost seahorse children, and then this level will be over. Woohoo! Woohoo! Nope. Barracudas are a brutal enemy in this game. Yippee! Oh. And one more. Thank you! There we go. Okay, now for my personal favorite level, and we're going to see a lot of ground swim problems. Okay. First things first is slide skip. This is just a really precise jump. Normally you have to go down a whole water slide section in order to make it down here, but I'm gonna try this a few times because this is brutal. You can do this very precise jump in order to make it over this ledge. Come on now. Come on, Ty, work with me. Really should get better at this jump. I might do the old version, just so y'all don't see me sit here and try this a few more times. Nah, I'm committed. Close. So close. Alright, I'm gonna do the old version, so y'all don't see me sit here for a little while. Old version's still fun. Ta-da! Alright, ground swim time. So, this is a good example. Sly's nose, while diving, did in fact touch water. Just a little tiny pool of water. The game is actually looking when you touch the surface of the water in order to return you back to your normal moveset. Yeah, there's no surface of the water for me to touch here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swim up that waterfall. I didn't maintain it all the way, which is too bad, but y'all will see that quite a few times more. Ground swim looks for a couple things in order to maintain it. One of the things is that you have to have ground below you. But below has a very liberal interpretation in this game. As long as the thing below you is at least an 89-degree slope or less, then you're fine. So if you don't go anything over 90 degrees, then it doesn't matter. Ooh. So we're gonna do it one more time to get this thunder egg here. So you'll see me sticking really close to walls just to make sure that I have that just below 90-degree ground swim here. I'm going to use the ground swim to go back in the cave. We're helping conserve these bats and save them by throwing boomerangs at them. The in-universe logic is we're relocating them to a safer place, but I feel like there's a little safer way to relocate bats than throw boomerangs at them, but who am I to tell Ty how to do his job? Okay, one more time. Shoot. Alright. Here we go. Now we have one of this game's most infamous annoyances. Turkeys. Turkeys are very frustrating in this game. Purposefully so. That turkey stole our thunder egg. There we go. Okay, we have one final thunder egg to grab in this level. It is up this little mushroom bounce. Oop. And there's a walk in the park. Okay, we have a little auto-scroller boss fight for Bull. There's not a ton of ways to actually speed up Bull here. So we're just going to mess around and enjoy the great music. Now, the way this boss fight works is, he charges at you, and it's one of those you have to bait him into running into the termite mounds. The audio in this level is beautiful. Now we're gonna stand just out of the way. He's gonna do some attacks here. They're not gonna do anything because we're too far away. 2 more. Look at how satisfying throwing a boomerang is in this game. It's so good. Oh, we're doing a boss fight. Last one. Ta-da! Now, there is a large variety of rangs in this game. There are 3 main ones. There's the fire, ice, and electric. And, those are given to you in story progression throughout the game, and then the rest of them are all gotten by golden cog collecting throughout the game. This is 80%, so we don't have any time to collect any golden cogs. But this is our second pair after the main pair. This is our flamerang. So this unlocks our second hub world, and the second hub world is going to go by very fast. Skipping some cutscenes, and then Bridge on the River Ty. So first thing we're going to do is go backwards, jump on this box here, and then go through some very intended normal collision. As I said, this game's collision is very jank. This game's collision is very jank. This little hill right here is actually ledge grabbable. So rather than go all the way and walk up the hill, we're just gonna jump. Grab these bilbies, save them from the spider's nests. I always like the different designs of the opals throughout each hub world. The opals in this hub world are all blue, but I think that they're super pretty. They did a good job with those. Alright, and now, an escort mission! Everyone's favorite. Dennis here is scared of the dark, so we are going to light his path and escort him all the way back to his home. While we're doing this, we're going to go off the path several times and collect collectibles, including bilbies. Sadly, on the Switch version, because we have a specific set draw distance, it's not possible to, do everything we want to off the path. On PC version, because you can turn up the draw distance, you can actually do a ton of off-path things, because Dennis will always keep running no matter what. But we do have to stick fairly close to Dennis in the Switch version because he can't stay super far away or he gets deloaded. Okay, we're gonna wait for him. Come on, Dennis. I wasn't that fast. Let's go. There he is. Okay. Here is Dennis's home, and while he finishes the walk over there, we are going to go start our run towards the next Thunder Egg. I'm going to go to Dennis's max draw distance, and then stop right there. If we're lucky, this guy who's staring me down will actually throw a ball at me to cancel. Oh my gosh. Janky physics. That's not good. Okay, there we go. That was the egg for guiding Dennis home. Now we're gonna do a little dive practice. The diving in this game is very easy. So you can see I have very good control over dives. We just have to stick in a mostly straight line all the way down here. Okay. Nice little turnaround there. Max gliding is really helpful. It can get you some unintended distance, or height rather. This is Nettie. We're going to do another little baiting Nettie fight. There is a way to do fast Nettie here, in that if I stick behind him constantly, I can actually get some hits in that the game thinks has already been baited. There we go. And I'm going to bite into here to cancel the Thunder Egg pickup. And here's our final Bilby of the level. And then we have the dreaded Double Turkey. Now, this Double Turkey, it is not one, but two turkeys. Believe it or not, with the phrase Double Turkey. I have to bite both of them within just a few seconds. I want to say it's 5 seconds. Let's see if I can get it. Perfect! Alright, so, if y'all have never seen someone play a speedrun with their feet in their hands at the same time before, I'm changing that right now. This game has an interesting little calculation on vector speed here. If you have two controllers plugged in at the same time, if you hold up on one and right on the other, it will actually average those to about 1.4 times your normal speed, but upright. So it has like a little additive vector math for you there. I'm going to be playing with one controller on my hands, obviously, one on my feet, and that will be speeding me up a ton on this boar. It matters a ton, and you'll see after I finish collecting these emus, you'll see Ty just go mew. Come on, emus. The emus are just a little bit of RNG as to where they actually appear, and whether or not they're cooperative with the rope. There we go. We are emu hoarding for Shaza. Come on. We're gonna use that little charge there while I'm getting them in order to get ourselves closer to the emu. We're supposed to be staying still and using the rope to pull forward, but if we charge forward, that actually gets us some unintended distance. Okay. Janky speed activate. And you can see just how fast you can get going with two controllers in this game. Oop. Shoot. I tried to discharge through it, it's not how those work. So I am going upright here, so you see the weird camera movement is because I'm going 1.4 times speed upright, so I'm using the camera to compensate for it. There we go. Honestly, this is one of my favorite movements in the game. It's really good. It took me a while to get used to using two controllers at the same time, but once I got used to it, it's too much fun. Okay, now we have pig drifting. Okay. And now, required gyro aiming. Is that 3? No. There we go. Now, we are going to do the little trick where we get back to the beginning of the level as fast as possible. And we are going to have this run's most frustrating egg here. So we have another escort mission. However, we can actually speed her up here. And we can speed her up by pushing her. So what I'm going to be doing is a lot of little weird back and forth movement, using both controllers to try to shove her forward as fast as possible. And it is the best way to save time on an auto-scroller. It's just shoving your escort forward as fast as possible. I love the bikes the Frills are riding as well. They're very good. Okay, don't forget to collect this Bilby really quickly. Should be pretty guaranteed here. I'm just gonna try to... Beautiful physics! Just gonna try to shove her along here as fast as possible. There we go! Alright, one final level left in Hub 2. No worries. This has one of the hardest tricks in the game towards the very end. I will definitely point it out because mill skip is horrible to learn. It's a fun little level though. I tend to love this level, if not for that one horrible skip. We are once again following the trend of helping this mother look for her 8 lost children. They are all covered in snow. And we get some really fun movement down this ice here. There's a lot of zoom in this game. Still just ignoring the frills as much as possible. How Boss Cass convinced a bunch of lizards to work for him, I'm still not sure, but...
Over here!
Use the extended glide to help gain a little distance there. Fail the jump just to show off the extended glide one more time to y'all, because I felt like you needed the second example. There's all 8 children, and then we're gonna start collecting the bilbies. Now, it's kind of helpful because walking and jumping in this game are the exact same speed as long as you only single jump. Gliding slows you down quite a bit. But it helps you be a little more versatile and still maintain speed, the fact that you can jump and not slow anything down. kind of a funny little Easter, or the funny little Thunder Egg here. So this crawdad, I believe it is? I used to call it a lobster and I found out that was wrong. But we're supposed to herd it into a little cave and pen it off, because it's basically a form of cattle. But that being said, it's way faster rather than herd it to hit it too many times and have it get pissed off and then chase you in here. And then if you piss it off and have it chase you in here, it runs after you way faster while it's mad. Okay, we're gonna keep jumping up slopes here, as is the trend, to maintain some of our momentum, so you're gonna see some janky camera physics. Okay, we're going to switch back to the normal rangs here, because they have a smaller hitbox and we have to do some precision throws. Hands in chat if you know the pattern. Because, let me tell you, even as an adult when I came back to this game, it took me way too long to figure out a pattern that I really should have known. You're just supposed to do the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. That took me way too long. Maybe too much Silent Hill, puzzle solving. I figured it'd be more convoluted than that. No. Okay, there's our final Bilby. We're gonna do some interesting movement around this mountain here to try to maintain as much speed as possible. Perfect. Now we are coming up to Mill Skip. If you see all of these big wooden things above me, this is supposed to be the premier Thunder Egg for this level. And you're supposed to climb 3 of those, and at the end of 3 of them there is a big red button. And you're supposed to have to do all 3 of those in order to get to this egg. We're gonna do some really interesting movement here. Perfect. And that avoids having to climb all 3 of those wooden things, and that is Mill Skip, and that is a infamous skip. Can I get some good RNG? I can! They will knock me out of the Thunder Egg pickup animation there. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I actually did manage to get that fast drop that I didn't get to show off earlier. Off of the bite, biting off of the ledge of the top of Mill Skip. You see him just drop like a rock there. That was a lot to process at the very end of level, I know. Animation cancel, Mill Skip, fast drop. This game goes from leisurely to fast to leisurely really quickly. This is Crikey. This is a really interesting boss fight cycle. Let me see if I can show off a 1 cycle for y'all. Well, 1 cycle. Let me see if I can show off a 2 cycle for y'all, because that's the fastest you can do it. Okay. Ooh, close. There we go. So we are hitting these oxygen tanks up to the surface, and then we are igniting them with the Flamerang, because that's the only way we can damage Crikey. There we go. There we go. Ta-da. And now, I get to show off the infamous gate skip. Now this was a trick that the community was looking for a very long time, in a way to get over to the final boss without having to collect all the rangs. There is actually one piece of the final fight where we need the Frosty Rangs. And because of that, we can't skip Hub 2, but other than that, we can skip Hub 3, which is supposed to be required to start this generator to open this gate, but we have ground swimming. So, because this tree is very conveniently at a less than 90-degree angle, you can just swim up it. Oof, that's a really hard jump. I'm gonna try that one more time. It's a super hard jump. But you see, Ty dives there. His nose technically touches the water, so it puts us in the swim state. And we never touch the surface of the water, so it never removes us from the swim state. There we go. Second try's not bad at all for that. That is the infamous gate skip. That was a trick that was looked for forever until ground swimming was found and realized that's exactly what it could be used for. Okay. Now this is Cast Pass. This game does that PS2 platformer thing where there is an infamous series of levels all leading up to the final boss. Cast Pass is like a long, windy road, but we're gonna try to skip most of it right here. Come on, work with me. That was almost so clean. Dang. The viewfinder, if you hold it down, the first frame that Ty is considered on solid ground, then it will open the viewfinder and stay you in place. So what I'm doing is I'm opening the viewfinder, holding it down, while I'm jumping over here, and then trying to land on that branch. And as soon as the viewfinder opens, I close it, and then jump immediately, so it can't realize that I don't have time to jump yet. And there we go. There's Cast Pass Skip. That skips a very long, windy level with a bunch of, like, enemies. It's supposed to be kind of a gauntlet level. Gonna ignore these mines in the water. And on to Crassus Crest. This is a long auto-scrollery boss fight that I'm going to try to speed up as much as possible. This is a cute little zip line here. You're supposed to go around and climb the stairs, but there's a frill that you can auto-target with the bite there. And so because you can auto-target the bite and the bite distance is forever in this game, you can just bite zipline up to the frill. There we go. There's one hit. There's 3 buttons I have to press and the steam will damage her. Button 2. Just barely caught her on that cycle. And then this one, because she's really slow, we do actually have to slow down and wait up for her. So I'm gonna listen for an audio cue for this, with my lovely required gyro aiming. Hi chat. Hope everyone's enjoying. Come on. There we go. Okay. And into the final battle. Aptly named Final Battle. So, these little flame turrets here, cannons, I'm not sure, they have to be taken out with the Frosty Ring. So if we found some way to skip these, then the Frosty Ring would not be necessary at all, and we'd skip 3 more levels, but as of we know right now, these are not possible to skip. So we're going to use the Frosty Ring to take these out. we are going to go in here and take out the inner wiring for Boss Cass's big mech here. And then I'm going to attempt to do one final very scary skip for y'all. The final one is Doom Skip. There is a very long auto-scroller right here that you're supposed to have to do, but they recently found a way to get the Doomerang out of bounds here. And this is kind of like a little Batarang. So we found a way to get it out of bounds, and then found out that the auto-scroller you're supposed to be doing is actually just loaded a little far away from the main battleground. So this is the whole auto-scroller. You can see the big tube start to render here. It's a really long auto-scroller. So rather than do that, we're just going to clip out of bounds, go to the very end, and now I have to clip back inbounds. And the clipping back inbounds is the really hard part. So let me give you just a little bit of silence and see if I can get this first try. Nope. I'm gonna try this a few times because it looks really cool and I want y'all to be able to see it. Because I think I have a little bit of time, but that being said, the clip back in bounds is through a little slot in the two pieces of metal here that is about 1.5 times the height of the boomerang itself, which is brutal. On the PC version, there's actually a button to slow down the Doomerang, so you have a little more control over it, but we don't have that on console, so I'm going at full speed, trying to enter a very tight fit here. The movement out of bounds, I'm actually just counting. So, for instance, throw, 1 second, turn right. After you clip out, it's 8 seconds, turn left. Those kinds of things. So it's just kind of counting. The only really precise part... The throw out of bounds is a little precise, but the only really precise part here is the clip back in bounds. Let's go like 2 more tries and then I'll do the auto-scroller for y'all. I don't want to, take up too much time. Well, okay. How close am I to estimate?
We still got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right. Let's try it. Let's try it until I approach estimate. I really want to show this off for y'all. This is brutal and not recommended on console, but it's also too fun of a skip to not do. Plus, we get to enjoy this wonderful music. If some of y'all are wondering, what hole are you even trying to clip back in bounds with? Exactly. Thank you for the energy. Try to give myself a little more time to line it up here. There's no way! Alright, there we go! There's Doom Skip. Ta-da! Woo! that's Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope it inspired some of y'all to pick it up again, casually remember this old nostalgia game. It's a very fun game.
Order is restored and chaos has been averted. All thanks to you, Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
No problem, mate. I'm just doing my job.
Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for having me. I really appreciated it. Massive thank you to Kama and Lon for helping me learn this game. They're very sweet, very nice community. I really appreciated all the help learning it. And it's just a super fun run, feels really good, lots of fun tech to it. Maybe I've inspired anyone in chat to learn it as well. I would love if I did.
What are you still doing here? The game's over. Go read a book or something.
Couple books where they can find you. Yeah! Hi, I'm Alice. I'm found at AliceAtWonderlandGames. It's a very long name, I know. Just twitch.tv/AliceAtWonderlandGames or AliceA7Games is my tag on Twitter if you want to find me on there. That makes sense, Happy Bear? Yeah! Yeah, there you go. That's where you can find me. I run a lot of games. A lot of games. This is one of many. I love my platformers, so I also run I run Sly. I run horror games as well, Corpse Party, Bioshock, I run a lot. But yeah, hope to see y'all stop by. Really appreciated doing a run for y'all. Thank you so much for having me. If I'm good to peace out, y'all can prepare for your next run. Yeah, I'm so glad.
Wow, that was the cutest and most fun run I have seen in a long time. I've actually never seen any kind of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger gameplay, so I really enjoyed that. And Alice was super, super, super fun. We really appreciate you, Alice, for coming on the show.